Hey folks, Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and it's the Wild West out
What's
there,
up, Ted?
man. Who knows? So this is just I was gonna make separate videos, but I'm gonna combine things into one.
I like his Ace of Spades gun in the background there. I don't know if you guys can see. We have a unpainted version here with no spring in it that at some point I need to get around to completing.
I'm back. What the fuck is that?
What's what?
Thing in your hand.
My Ace of Spades.
Was it Hawkmoon or Ace of Spades? Are you sure it's Ace of Spades?
Yeah, it's Ace of Spades.
One, in a strange decision, Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, you know what else he has on his wall back there? It's got Icing Death.
Swords.
Icing Death and Twinkle. Yep. And we got both of those hanging up back there as well. We have this light up die he has on his desk in the background. We have that as well. He has two. We also have two. What else do we got in here? Oh, he has a tiny Drizzt right here. We definitely have him beat with our life-size Drizzt that we have in our background. All right, I think I'm done dick measuring for now. All right, carry on, Ted.
Wizards of the Coast or whoever decided to let Deadline know that they're greenlit an 8-episode live-action series for Paramount Plus. I'd probably wait till my entire family.
Wait, what? They have a Dungeons and Dragons live-action TV series coming out. It chose a terrible time to announce it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Fandom.
That or they're trying to block it with, look, we're doing a TV series too.
You know,
yeah, okay.
Maybe see if there's something they can do to apologize. But either way, the guy who did Red Notice, the Netflix movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, he is the kind of, I guess he's set to script and direct the first episode, which is going to be a co-production between Entertainment One and Paramount Pictures. Now, this is nothing new. We have heard about this, although we did think that it was going to kind of be... Sorry, my hair's doing a weird thing. Put on my headphones so it doesn't look so bad.
You and me both, man. Headphones don't even cover it for me anymore.
And then we thought it was maybe going to go away, given the fact that Entertainment One was going to be sold by Hasbro. You know, and basically Paramount Plus's big thing that they have was the Halo series, which I guess was very popular for them. But, you know, it is what it is.
The Halo series?
So, I guess, yeah, they're looking to sell this off. I didn't realize that Red Notice was Netflix's most watched film of all time. I really didn't even have the interest to go see it myself, and it's like I don't even have to go see it. I just turn on my Netflix. But either way, I probably would have not announced this today. Again, maybe this is... It says exclusive, so I guess it was really just broken this morning.
Yeah, it's weird they announced it today. I didn't even know that it happened because I've been actively just ignoring all D&D media because everything is just freakouts about the OGL. So anything I see that's D&D related, I just assume that's what it's about and just continue on my way.
Another thing that I should put out is well, I'll get to this in a second, but we did actually, we'll go here, and if we go to D&D Beyond... yeah, here it is right here. Thank you, Mr. Rex. We know you have questions about the OGL, and we will be sharing more soon. Thank you for your patience. That was 29 minutes ago. They put that out. So it's an announcement of an announcement, which, again, routinely does not go well. But our good friends over at Kobold Press have decided to throw their hat into the ring.
Yeah, so Kobold Press is doing Project Black Flag, where they're designing their own tabletop roleplay system. That will go with all of their products they put out. And this way, no matter what happens with the OGL, it's not going to affect their content moving forward. And I think that Paizo is probably going to do something similar with another system for Pathfinder, but we'll see.
Or raise their flag, as it were. And being some of my favorite people in the whole world, and putting out some of my absolute favorite content, people that I have been working with for almost, 6-8 years at this point, long before my channel was...
Yeah, Kobold Press is pretty cool. They're like, I think, the biggest third-party D&D publisher. Like, I know about them. I respected them and their content, probably even more than I should have, to be honest, and started buying all of their stuff, like, early on. Deep Magic was something I was incredibly excited about. Oh, it looks like Deep Magic Volume 2 is going to be coming out. So I'll probably end up buying that. Though I'll be honest, not everything in the first Deep Magic volume is exactly quality. There's a lot of winners in there, but there's a lot of stinkers too.
Was anything. Kobold Press was reaching out to me asking if I wanted to playtest their monsters for Tome of Beasts 1 on my live stream, which at the time was on Twitch. We had maybe 300 followers, maybe. I was a complete nobody, and Kobold Press saw what I was doing and said, hey, we want to work with you. And cool. I have never regretted that ever. Kobold Press is again, I love them. A ton of my friends work there. I've met and had countless conversations with Wolfgang Bauer, head of Kobold Press. He is a delight. I've worked with them. Some of my monsters are in the Tome of Beasts 3. Maybe I'll do a video on that if you guys are curious. But
that's cool. I didn't know that.
They said they are committed to open gaming in the tabletop community.
What was that, Tay?
I muted your stream because I was tired of hearing you double, so I don't know what he's saying now.
Oh, well, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to mute me then and listen on the stream? Wouldn't that make Discord more logical, consistent? Yeah.
You think I'm a logical person? Okay.
Yeah, that's true. He's talking about how some of his monsters are in the third Creature Codex released by Kobold Press.
This means Kobold Press will release its current Kickstarter projects as planned, including Campaign Builder Cities and Towns, which is already printed and on its way to backers this winter. In particular, Deep Magic Volume 2 will remain fully compatible with the 5-year rules. We are working with our virtual tabletop partners to maintain support for digital platforms. Deep Magic is in the process of being released on Kickstarter. I actually have got an email from Kobold Press, I think this morning, about like some promo stuff, so be on the lookout for that. As we look ahead, it becomes even more important for our actions to represent our values. While we wait to see what the future holds, we are moving forward with clear-eyed work on a new core fantasy tabletop rule set, available, open, and subscription-free for those who love it. Codename Project Black Flag.
For anybody who does watch this or sees this later, I'm actually working on something similar. I'm developing the Wishes and Nibiru tabletop roleplay system. Clearly, I'm not going to have as much media or press as Project Black Flag, but, anybody who does listen to this, you heard it first if it ever does become something.
All kobolds look forward to the continued evolution of tabletop gaming. We aim to play our part in making the game better for everyone. Rest assured, Kobold Press intends to maintain a strong presence in the tabletop RPG community. We are not going anywhere. To receive further announcements and register to playtest this new core fantasy rule set, please sign up via this form. I'm going to do that right after this. Join the Kobold Press community in our official Discord to unlock new secrets about our upcoming project. Help us #raise the flag. And there is a Black Flag RPG account that I would recommend you follow on Twitter. And you can see they have #raise the flag and #OpenD&D. As they know, it's about open gaming. And regardless of what Wizards of the Coast does, I feel like I may end up probably just switching over to this. Or there actually are a couple other in the works. Open source RPGs being designed and written.
Yeah, MCDM is doing
ways to be distinct enough from Wizards
Matt
of the Coast.
Colville, and then I'm pretty sure Paizo's doing one as well.
But easy enough to transition if you're a 5th edition creator or player. And who knows, right? One of these could become the new Pathfinder to D&D. And I mean, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, because I'm torn, but not, I guess. So
here are my thoughts. My thoughts are that D&D has shot itself in the foot, and there is going to be a competing system. The only way that D&D can unshoot themselves in the foot is if some, and I doubt this, but if somehow their new virtual tabletop is just ungodly good. If it is just like absurdly blow the competition out of the water, ungodly good, their virtual tabletop. And because that's what they're doing right now, is they are optimizing 1D&D for virtual tabletop play. If their virtual tabletop is just like stupidly freaking good, then that could maybe get them out of hot water because of a lack of ability to compete on that front. But I do think whatever system does come out, whatever other third-party systems are being made, that's something they're going to want to look into, is they're going to need to make sure that their system is optimized for virtual tabletop play, because that's the new frontier. Everybody's playing online now.
So realistically, Wizards of the Coast blew a lot of goodwill by letting the state of everything just fester for several days without even... well, one, they put themselves in this position in the first place, so let's set that out and say that. Now, again, we'll see what ultimately comes out as time goes on, but can they win you back? Can Wizards of the Coast win you back, and what would it take?
They can, and that is exactly what it would take.
Realistically, an apology, which I don't see happening.
No, that means nothing to me. I don't care if they apologize. Apologies from large corporations don't mean anything.
They need to fully revert everything to the OGL 1.0A as it stood previously.
No, they can't do that because, the line in the sand's been drawn. Even if they revert everything back, the fact that they could at any point in time switch again, the fact that they even had the audacity to do it in the first place, no, the trust is eroded. It's gone, man. That you don't just get it back like that. It wouldn't work.
They'd need to update the 5th edition or 1D&D, whatever it's going to be called, SRD, to basically update. It hasn't been touched since 2015. I would say you need to add the Artificer to that. I would say you need to make it basically a promise that if you are going to update to whatever 6th edition 1D&D ultimately is, that will be updated, the 1.0A, or not even the 1.0A. That'll stay the same. The SRD will update to include that new information. That might be enough, but realistically, they've burnt a lot of bridges. And, again, thankfully, I'm in a situation, and it also not thankfully, because it kind of sucked.
No, like I said, the only way that they can come back from this is just by being so much better than their competition that they have a monopoly and there's no other option but to use them. That's the only way you come back from this, is just by being straight up better than every single other alternative.
I was in the process of looking to potentially this year make the transition to content creation full-time. Things have been continuing to go well. The channel has continued.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. That's kind of like a dream of mine that feels out of reach.
To grow. The play button right there kind of attests to that. And I was like, you know what? I might make the jump to content creation full-time this year. I'm really excited. And now I don't think that can happen, but I'm also lucky enough to have a full-time job outside of content creation, which does make content creation a little difficult at times, but also it makes I have a backup to fall back on. Whereas some of my friends who've been in this content creation game, they might have transitioned away to full-time content creation over the past couple of years. They're in the process of wondering what they're going to do for a job, right? They've been living like this for years on this thing that they thought was, I don't want to say ironclad, but it's been in effect for 20 years. Why would it change now? I don't know. I mean, I wanted to go see the D&D movie. I was excited about the D&D movie. I really wanted to go see it.
I didn't have high hopes for the D&D movie. I was definitely going to see it. Don't get me wrong. There's no world in which I don't go see the D&D movie. I'm excited in general, I suppose, for it. But I don't have high hopes for it. Honestly, the trailers make it look like garbage to me already. But I'm still going to see it because it's D&D.
That I was really pumped about it. Am I excited about it now? Not so much. Do I want to support the D&D movie? I don't know. It's like, really. Do I want to continue to play D&D games here on my channel? I don't know. It's like it promotes D&D, but it also doesn't promote D&D.
Just promote a different system.
D&D, I'm just playing games with my friends, and if we enjoy playing the game, it's one of those weird situations where if we like playing D&D and we might try other games and find out that we still like D&D the best, do we want to keep playing it because of what Wizards is doing? I don't know. I know a lot of people will say there's other games out
there. That's what it is. If there's not a true competitor, if there's not really an alternative, then they can get away with anything.
There, and I don't disagree. It's true, but a lot of people like to just play D&D. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
I will say one thing, your Ace of Spades has a mount, and I'm super jealous of that. I have this crappy mount constructed out of a Destiny coffee mug set.
Situation. I'm very curious to see what they have to say. Obviously, no, I'll be covering it in full as best as I can. But we'll see what happens, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, Ted.